Hello to my fellow Americans and happy Father's Day. What? And beyond just happy Father's Day, welcome to the 15th episode of the Pandulce podcast, shoddy. 15 episodes. Wow, really a miracle, really spectacular. I love seeing you guys here. I love hanging out with you. Love chatting with you. Today's going to be a solo episode. You've been a little blessed with two guest episodes back to back, but had a guest plan for this week. It didn't work out. They'll be on next week's episode hopefully. But honestly, I miss solo podcasting. I miss the fun of this, the improv of it, talking to you and having a conversation with you, vibing with you and just being with you together. It's very fun for me. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is that I had a crazy dream the other night. I had a crazy dream, and in this crazy dream, I was a serial killer. And the reason I was a serial killer may shock you. I was a serial killer because of Marvel Rivals, the popular video game played on PlayStation, Xboxes, and PCs across the world. And I'm sure soon to come to the Nintendo Switch too. So basically, I had a dream where I just murdered people because I was pissed off that they were better at me at Marvel Rivals. And the crazy thing is that it wasn't even like I bought a gun or like did a mass shooting or something. I just used a knife. So the way the dream worked was that I would just like meet people and we talk about Marvel Rivals and they'd just be like, I'd be like, yeah, so you play Marvel Rivals? Like we should play together sometime. And they'd be like, yeah, I do. What rank are you? I'm like, oh, I'm plat. And they'd be like, oh, well, I'm Grandmaster. I guess we can't really play together. And I'd be like, you're a Grandmaster? And they'd be like, yeah, man, I play a lot, so. I'm like, yeah, you play a lot. You think you're, okay. Hey, why don't we go get some ice cream? Hmm? Ice cream? You feeling that? I'm feeling a little hungry for ice cream, and I think you might want a bite, right? Yeah, man. Hey, yeah. Yeah, man, I'd be down for some ice cream. I'm actually feeling pretty hungry. Yeah, let's take a walk. Yeah, let's take a walk. All right, let's take a walk. And then we'd be on this walk. And now when his guard's down, I pull a little knife out of my pocket and just all up in his neck. And I did this to like 20 people. And and then I guess in the dream as well, like I was around my family and I was keeping this big secret. And they were just like talking to me normal, like, oh, Angel, how are you? Blah, blah. And all I could think about is that I had killed 20 people and I was just used to it. I was just like, damn, like, this is who I am now. I'm like a serial killer and I'm gonna have to keep this secret for the rest of my life and not tell anybody. Damn. And then I woke up from the dream. And when I woke up, I was just, I genuinely believed it was real. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, and I didn't want to turn myself in, but I was just like, I have to live with this for the rest of my life. And how did no one find out? And how did I kill 20 people? And then I realized it was fake, but it felt so real. I was so scared. It felt insanely real. If there are any serial killers watching this, stop. Stop killing people. You're not Dexter. Stop killing people. Find a new hobby. Canoeing, tennis, volleyball. Find something new. Summer's coming. Start surfing. Oh my gosh, I would love to surf. I would love to surf. I want to take lessons so bad. I want to become a pro. This summer, I should become a pro surfer. Ooh, that sounds splendid. That sounds magnificent. Surfing the waves. Yeah. And imagine like I'm all jacked and shit. Guys, I've been losing weight. I don't know if you can tell by the little video you're watching right now if you're on video, but a couple pounds been shedding. I think. And so I'm feeling a little sexier. I'm feeling a little better. And like I'm imagining myself like 2 months from now, like jacked as fuck. And I'm on the surfboard riding, and like some girl in the distance, like, hey, who's that? And then I surf to her. and I hop off the board and I'm just like, hey, I saw you were watching me out there. Like, maybe you want to learn sometime or something. She's like, oh yeah, like you want to teach me how to surf? Like, yeah, like I'd be like really into that. Like, when are you free? And I'm like, I'm free right now, actually. Oh yeah, yeah, let's surf. And then we ride the waves together, majestic as fuck, all happy and shit. That sounds incredible. Sounds like what needs to happen. Going on to a further question, I got my little bullet points here. Something that came to mind to me this week, and I don't know why, but when do we stop booty cheek clapping? At what age does it end? Um, it's a beautiful thing to clap, and it's a beautiful thing to, do your thing with your partner or whoever with you're doing that with. But at what age you can't no more? I know eventually erectile dysfunction is a thing and Viagra comes into play, but I just think that what is the number? What is the age? I didn't Google it specifically because I'm wondering. Maybe you guys can comment on this and what you think in the comment section. But just like there's got to be a point where you wake up one day and you're like, "Nah, I can't hit it anymore. Nah, I can't hit it no more. I can't get it up. I can't hit it no more." Um Maybe for women it's different, but for men I imagine there's just a day where you wake up and you have to accept defeat and it's not happening. Aging is a scary thing. I don't want to age. I want to stay 20 and youthful forever. But one day I'm going to have these like this grandpa body. If I live to make it to the grandpa body. And I'm not going to maybe I'll look ugly. Maybe I won't look cute. And maybe the clapping days stop before I'm even like my body's like maybe it's over before my body shuts down because people just don't find me good looking anymore. What if my wife is like, "Oh, you nasty as fuck. We're getting a divorce. For the last 10 years I've been trying to love you, but ew, you're disgusting. I've been trying to like take care of you and like love you, but you're nasty as fuck. I can't stand it anymore. I can't keep lying to myself. I can't keep waking up to your face every day being like, oh, you're gorgeous. Ew. That would be so crazy. I'd be so heartbroken. Oh, you don't love me for real. Oh, you don't love me like that. Oh, goddamn. So when I was clapping it for the past 10 years, you really wasn't with it? No, sweetie, I wasn't with it. I wasn't with it. You think you're all that, but you're not all that. Oh, so you didn't like it when I was clapping you? So the moans were fake. The moans were fake. Hell yeah, they were fake. They were fake. Oh, hell's no. Oh, hell's no. You gotta stop with that. Oh, hell no, you tweaking. You've been lying to me for the past 20 years. Oh my gosh. Like, that's messed up. That's so messed up. If that happened to me, I'd tweak out. I'd tweak out. But I'd never do that to my woman, to my wife. I'd be like, no, you're wrinkly, but you're beautiful. You're chopped, but you're beautiful. You're you're my little raisin, for real. You're my little raisin. Oh, you're my little raisin. Shout out to my future wife or my 60-year-old sneaky link, whichever. 60-year-old sneaky link. Now that's a topic. Who's doing that? There's got to be some 60-year-old sneaky links. Do you think these retirement homes be getting it? Like they be getting it on? Like do you think when they're doing the reruns of the Golden Girls every day at 4 p.m., you kind of just chat up like some local baddie that just popped in? Hey, I saw you, hey, I saw you're new here and you want to be shown around. Well, I could show you a little something. My husband just died. Let's do it. And then you got a new girl. And that's a perfect segue into the booty sheet clapping thing. If your wife dies, if your husband dies, when is it time to move on? Do you abstain for the rest of your life? When do you start to get freaky again? Who's I think it was Kobe's wife who she pregnant after 3 years, and people saying, "No, that's too soon. You gotta grieve first." But the body wants what it wants. The heart wants what it wants. Selena Gomez said it. When is it time, like, ooh, like when is it time that you're allowed to get some? That's a good question. Because realistically, no morals. You could just second it happen and start going crazy, but that's the wrong thing to do, I think. There's got to be a buffer. But no matter how long it is, someone's going to be like, damn, but what about Kevin? You were married to Kevin, now you're acting crazy out here. With this new guy? What the heck, Maria? But look, Maria, I get you. You gotta get yours. Just because Kevin's out the picture doesn't mean your life is over. You gotta move on, I guess. I guess. But if I do understand, if you're with Kevin for 10 years and then Maria starts acting crazy 6 months after, but can I blame you, Maria? Maria, can I blame you? Because what if Maria was getting it constantly for 10 years with Kevin? Now she got nothing. I get you, Maria. Maria, I understand it. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's got to be 6 months. Ooh. I don't know how I'd be able to do it. I would feel so guilty. Oh my god, and I would feel like my wife was watching from above. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the right time is. But I guess eventually you have to get some new shit. You gotta get some new shit. I remember I watched the movie 80 for Brady, and the wife, Rita Moreno's character, I don't know if anyone watched 80 for Brady. It was okay. Did I like it? I think I liked it actually. But Rita Moreno's husband dies, and the whole arc is like her getting over it and like finding a new man. And I was so like, oh, like she's just with this new guy now. Like this dead guy's pictures are in the house. Like what? Like you loved this man all your life, and now you're moving on. But I guess what else can you do? No point in like, whew, no. Oh, it's like hurting me to think about it. No point in like just wasting your life not getting some and finding love again. I guess. Maybe the point is that you can love multiple people and you don't have to just love one individual. Like, I'm sure a lot of you got exes out there and you love every single one of them. You probably love all of them if you love them, really. If you formed a connection. So I think that's true. I think the thing of like, well, I think I've talked about this before, so we don't have to get too into it, but like you know, your one true love and your soulmate, that's some bullshit. You can love so many people. So I guess you just gotta move on. Makes me think of the Michael Jackson song. And tell the angels no, I don't wanna leave my baby alone. I don't want nobody else to hold you. That's the chance I take. Maybe I stay. Heaven can wait. I would sing the whole thing for you, but I don't want to get attacked by the Jackson estate. He did it. He did it. He didn't. He didn't. Did he touch him? Did he touch him? Did he touch him? We don't know. We don't know. Most likely he did. I love Michael Jackson. I can't defend this motherfucker. Anyways. Damn, guys. It really makes me want to make music. I want to make an album. But I just don't have the capabilities to do that. I don't know if I'm a writer, but I don't think I'd be a good songwriter. I've attempted it before, and to me, like, songwriting is just like rhymes, and I can't do that, or I can't think beyond that, and I can't see the music in my head. So, hey, if anyone is recognizing my talents and wants to, like, maybe write with me, and I could assist in some way, and produce as well, let's make some R&B, some pop. I'd love to do an album. I could sing, and I'm creative, I don't know if that's my thing, but it sounds like fun. Ooh, I love R&B. Would love to do some R&B, some pop. Some Michael Jackson shit. That would be killer. That's what I want to do. On, on the floor and dance. Suck it on the floor. And dance with me. I love the way you shake that thing, girl. See, that ties in. That ties in. All right, moving on to our next topic. Robert Pattinson, the GOAT. Batman, the man from the vampire movie the girls love. And the gays, probably. Maybe some men out there, I don't know. Well, men are also gays. You get what I'm saying. Should he join the DCU? This is something that's been on my mind for a little bit, and I saw this edit on TikTok, and my brain expanded, and I was like, this is peak. I need to see these two together. Talked to our guest from last week, Chris Laurentino, about it. He was not for it. He was like, no, the Batman is grounded. Why are we going to take away the one grounded story and put it in this fantasy universe? What the flip? Blah, 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 blah. And I understand that. And I was against it. And I was really fighting for the idea that Robert Pattinson would be in the DCU. But I don't think it makes sense, really. I think they would look really cool together, but Superman, and I know that we were saying, like, who cares? Like, I'm seeing online people were saying the juxtaposition of the groundedness and this fantasy shit is cool. But Batman in the comics is way more fantastical than what Robert Pattinson is. Like, I can't imagine Robert Pattinson taking a grappling hook to like a corner of a building, shooting it, and then flying up towards it and just gliding like the Arkham Batman. He has like a wingsuit and he doesn't have the glider. I just don't think it works really. Um so I think just leave that as is. But here's the problem: if you're Warner Brothers, um how do you have two Batman going at the same time? And how do you make it so this new Batman isn't just like the worst version of the Robert Pattinson one, because Robert Pattinson one is so good? I'm going to give you two options. One option, we keep Robert Pattinson, we tie him into the DCU, and the way we do it is that we state that his Batman trilogy that's still going to happen, or it's just two Batman movies, no trilogy, just two Batman movies, part 1 and part 2 are prequels to then a time jump into the future where he's like older but Robert Pattinson looks the same. Oh fuck, I don't know if that works because oh god, it doesn't work. You can't. Robert Pattinson looks how old? He can't. No, he can't look 50. Robert Pattinson, actor. Oh, he's 49. No, he's 39. I actually don't understand why we want older Batman but younger Superman. I get that we want Nightwing and Dick Grayson and all that stuff. Actually, yeah, I see why he's doing it, but okay, fine. Yeah, Robert Pattinson can't work this way. My ideal was that it could be a prequel and then we could jump in time and say that I guess wait, it doesn't make sense at all. How old is he supposed to be in the Batman? 23? 25? And he Nightwing is like 20? So how are we going to like jump that much in time? No, it's not possible. Or maybe okay, let's say it is possible. Robert Pattinson. Okay, let's say we can do it. He's gonna we're gonna do a time skip, and it's just gonna be that like everything has upgraded. Gotham has gotten crazier in the past couple of years. All this supernatural shit has started happening. Batman has improved his suit so he could do like the grapple thing and everything. The tech's insane. That's how you integrate him. That's how it works. I think that's totally a possibility. There's no Batman Part 3. It's just Part 1, Part 2, DCU. There we go. Actually, I think that might work. Robert Pattinson could pass for 50s if the character is stated to be younger in the movies. And he's aged a lot since the first Batman, so totally could work. I take back what I said. That's a very viable route. And I think Robert Pattinson would be so down to do some fantastical shit. I think instead what you do is you do the Batman Part 2 and there's no Part 3. That's it. Part 2 is a one-off. There's no Part 3. 2 movies is fine. Not every movie needs a trilogy. We already got some good character development in Part 1. How much more can he develop in Part 2? All I want in Part 2 is to see him realized as fully Batman, do some cool shit. I don't know what the arc is for the character. I think 2 movies is fine. We don't need a third one. That's it. Matt Reeves' trilogy is over. Just Part 1 and just Part 2. Boom. Now, after Batman Part 2, we bring in the DC Universe's Batman. Or it can happen before, it doesn't matter. But this Batman needs to be so fantastical that it is not like Robert Pattinson's at all. I want the gray and blue suit. I don't want it to be armored. I want it to be like Kevlar and cloth, like in the comics, with a big cape. And I saw someone online, shout out to whoever said this, I don't remember the username, but you said that there could be like a hoodie, and then it just tightens, like Spider-Man's suit in Spider-Man Homecoming. I think that's a great idea. And I want him to fight like Michael Keaton Batman in The Flash. I think that would be killer. Let's have the full Batcave with the T-Rex and the giant penny. Let's do all of it. Have Nightwing be in the movie and Damian Wayne. Do all that. I think it's a recipe for perfect success. It seems like Asher Angel is stepping up to be our Nightwing, and I'm fully looking forward to that. I think either one of those routes would be perfectly fine, and I'd be completely open for both. And I think Robert Pattinson would be down for both. So obviously, first option, to reiterate, Robert Pattinson, Part 2 happens normally. They're both prequel movies, and that's established. And then we time skip into the future. He's probably going to age by the time that new DCU Batman movie releases, so it'll look fine, and we'll get our Damian Wayne and Nightwing that way. Or we cast a new actor and Robert Pattinson goes away. But I would be really upset to see Robert Pattinson go forever as Batman, because that would mean he's over. I also do want to see a more buff Batman. Robert isn't that. So maybe just 2 movies is enough for Robert. But it would be sad for him, I think. Yeah. Hey, that sounds fire. And I think the last thing I want to talk about today, I don't know how long we've been going, but this might be a shorter episode. Trump, LA, Trump's tweaking, and LA, the riot, not the riots, let's chill. I mean, some violent stuff has happened, but the peaceful protesting and the Marines going in and everything. It's ridiculous, and we understand that. Everyone's talked about it. I don't need to reiterate that. The one thing I wanted to talk about today was, I keep seeing online, it's like, why are you waving the Mexican flag? I'm doing an Aaron Paul voice. You're waving the Mexican flag, but you're in the United States. If you love Mexico so much, why don't you go back there, huh? Huh? You don't want to go back there. Therefore, you love America. So shut your mouth. Do Italian people not wave the Italian flag? Why don't we say anything then? The reality is, Mexico is not an amazing place to live. Yes, that's true. And that is why most people want to immigrate to the United States, because the United States is a better place to live. That is true. But when people wave the Mexican flag, it is not solely because they are proud of their home country or that they don't recognize the flaws of their home country and how grateful they are to be in the United States today, but it's the culture overall. The Mexican flag is the symbolism for Mexican culture. And the culture, whether you're in Mexico or whether you're in the United States, it comes over and it crosses over. So when your community is being attacked, and it's a largely Mexican community, you wave the Mexican flag because that is your culture. That is the symbol. The same way people who are from Italy will raise the Italian flag, or people from Japan raise the Japanese flag. Is it saying, I'm not fucking grateful to be here? That is not what they're saying. They're saying that my culture matters, and they raise it with pride. There's a lot of horrible shit that happens in Mexico. We all know that. We know it's corrupt. We know it's violent. There's a reason people come here, yes. But just because they're here and just because they're showing their pride and their culture, does that mean we cannot critique America or that we should send them back or they should all go back because they love Mexico so much. It's ridiculous and it's not what America is about. And I think the only people who are saying this are just white people who just don't care about minorities or the lives of these people. Like, you should come here legally. You should come here legally or you should go back to Mexico where you belong. Go back to Mexico. It's like, dude, to become a legal citizen from Mexico is a ridiculous amount of time. Ridiculous, like multiple years. Why would anybody do that? When you can just cross illegally. It just takes way too long to do it. And yes, people leave because the conditions in Mexico are not great. And yes, people thrive in Mexico, but there's a reason people come here, and it's okay to critique the country you are living in. And I mean, people just use the illegal thing to justify like not treating people like humans and shit, which is some fucking bullshit. We're all people. This is just all land that we live on. Most of the people who are illegal in this country are probably just people who work the jobs that you don't want to work and who are getting paid below minimum wage to do labor intensive jobs that you would not want to do. And I'm not saying that like, yeah, let's keep the Mexicans in because they could do all the labor the white people don't want to do. No, I don't want that for them either. But I mean, like, dude, if there's any reason, at least think of that. You know, if all the Mexicans go away, it's just not going to be what you think it's going to be. And yeah, makes me honestly really excited for this new Superman movie coming out. I think it's gonna be really popular. I think it's gonna make $1 billion, and I think it's gonna be so attached to the politics of today. People are gonna go see that movie, and some political shit's gonna be talked about. And someone's gonna say, "Oh, it's woke, it's woke, it's woke, it's woke, it's woke." We need to retire that word, woke. You guys just don't like to think about anything that is outside of your world bubble. It's just my life, my life, my life, me. And then all this other bullshit. Oh, I don't care about that, man. Hey, I don't like talking about politics. I'm not a political person. Politics, nah, man. Come on, let's just chill and have fun, have a vibe. The world is happening around you at all times. Everything is political. Everything's political. Oh man, you think everything's political, man. You're what's wrong with this fucking world, dude. That's why Disney's having these remakes and they're casting other people of color and all the woke shit and all the gay people is driving me crazy. Dude, just chill. Superheroes have always been woke, if that's the word you want to use. Progressive ideals. Superman is all about, hope and freedom, fighting for a better tomorrow. I think that movie's going to be really current to the times, and I'm very proud of the people standing up to what's happening out there today. No kings in America. Dictatorship will not stand. I think that's it today, guys. Go hug your daddies. Go hug your fathers. Be a good son. Be a good daughter. And if your dad or your father isn't in your life for one way or the other, just do the best you can. Just live how you live. Maybe that's some dog shit advice, but I'm just rambling. Alright, guys, stay safe out there. Good luck, and especially stay sweet. Bye bye.